Howdy howdy, we already know
Why the fuck
we are here. So let's get into it. If Vanderpump Rules cast members were cocktails, I'm gonna need one of these to get through this. Now that we are all in the correct mind state, we're gonna be starting off
with the head bitch in charge,
Miss Lisa Vanderpump, who obviously gave birth to all of these people. I am taking into account appearance, personality, and vibes in the creation of these cocktails or the assigning of these cocktails. Like I said, starting with the HBIC, Lisa Vanderpump. If Lisa Vanderpump was the cocktail, she'd be a lavender French 75 garnish with a fresh lavender sprig. I think this cocktail captures her elegance and sophistication as the head bitch in charge, while still giving a little bit of resemblance to her affinity for glamour. Gin is a very classic spirit that I think aligns with Lisa Vanderpump's vibes. The champagne adds a level of opulence and celebration, which I feel is quite fitting for her lavish style and over-the-top party.
Literally watch any Bride episode from any season,
And you'll understand what I'm talking about if you haven't seen the show. Continuing! The lavender simple syrup adds a floral and aromatic quality as a reflection on Lisa Vanderpump's love for flowers and pink and purple things. It would also contain lemon juice, not representative of any of her qualities,
but because this is still a French 75 and it needs lemon juice.
and then a fresh lavender sprig for the garnish, akin to her love of flowers again, but also because it's extra as fuck, much like Lisa Vanderpump. Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting that. I'm not doing my regular dive bar bullshit today, okay? Let's keep going. If I could, I would just call him a shot of Malort and move on, but this is VPR cast members as cocktails, not as shots. Tom Sandoval.
If Tom Sandoval
Were a cocktail, he would be a crafted, smoky, bitter melon. And I don't know if that's actually a thing, so if it's not, I just made it a thing. It would be crafted from mezcal, bitter melon juice, vinegar, and it would be garnished with a dry lime wheel. The smokiness of mezcal can be very intense, and I like that intensity to be representative of how intensely
Fucking annoying he is on the show.
oh my god! Plus, I don't like mezcal. The bitter melon juice is actually
Actually a double whammy.
the bitterness being a very obvious representation of his bitterness and resentment towards Ariana throughout the show. Craft cocktail book. Sorry. I meant to say when he was being a little bitch about her craft cocktail book, and the bitter taste that someone like him just kind of leaves in your
Mouth post conversation.
completing the cocktail with vinegar because it is sour and off-putting, much like him. And then garnish with a dry lime wheel.
not a dehydrated lime wheel.
Okay, there's a distinction. And I feel like it's obvious because this is Tom Sandoval. You just got craft cocktail roasted, what the fuck? Next, we will be doing a cocktail representative of one of my favorite people from Vanderpump Rules. But first, let's all take a moment.
To get a little bit higher. Alright, let's continue.
So, next is the lovely Katie Maloney. If Katie was a cocktail, she would be a spicy Paloma. Crafted with tequila because it is bold and strong, much like the personality of Katie.
What, because I call you, like, a whore? Like, well, I mean, call it as I see it.
But also, tequila Katie. Katie, I can't not do that. It would also contain fresh grapefruit juice, agave, fresh lime juice, fresh muddled jalapeno, all symbolizing complexity with balance, which I believe Katie shows on the show, but again, I've watched the show once and I don't know these people. Okay, just go with me, this is fun.
This is fun! We're having fun!
Anyways, topped with a little bit of soda water. It's refreshing and effervescent. Much like her refreshing,
Quippy comebacks can be.
I think she's hilarious. Told y'all I wasn't fucking around. I'd like to preface this with I am not limiting myself to craft cocktails or classic cocktails, because sometimes you
Sorry about that ringing, it's a fuck-ass train.
just gotta go with good old reliable. That being said, let's continue. Scheana Shay. Drumroll please. If Scheana Shay was a cocktail, she would be an AMF.
An adios motherfucker.
I'm gonna explain myself, but you can't tell me that I'm wrong.
Look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
An AMF is vodka, gin, rum, tequila. People debate the tequila thing. I put tequila in it. Blue curacao, which is
Just blue triple sec.
topped with sweet and sour or lemonade, and then Sprite or 7-Up. An AMF stands out. It's a bright blue drink. It stands out in a weird way, much like Scheana Shay in her crop top wedding dress. I'm glad she likes it, but it stood out in a weird way like an AMF. Also, because people order AMFs and Long Island iced teas often. They'll spend a lot of time with those AMFs. But if you ask them if it's their favorite drink, if they love that drink, they're gonna say no, because no.
You don't love me? You don't love me. Really? So you don't love me?
I'm sorry that you're an AMF, but at least it's not as bad as Tom Sandoval's cocktail. Finally, we are going to be capping this at number 5 with
Mr. Jax Taylor.
I never liked you, Jax. Anyways, Y'all ever had a liquid cocaine?
Just kidding.
Introducing a cocktail that I have conceptualized just for Jax Taylor. I call it Reality Stirred. It consists of bourbon. It's a nod to his very strong presence and attention whore capabilities.
Much like a very bourbon-forward cocktail.
Next, an Amaro, which is similar to his abrasive and contentious behavior. Fresh lime juice for his sharp and unpredictable personality. Simple syrup because this cocktail is unbalanced as fuck. And then just a floater of absinthe to add some chaos to that cocktail, much like he added chaos to everyone's lives. And then dusted with some cayenne, reflecting his fiery-ass temperament and personality. Finally, garnished with fresh mint. A final nod to a cool and fake persona he puts on.
Dude just got psychologically craft cocktail roasted.
What the fuck?
Anyways, that's all I got this time. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.